Hello, Mediator Youth. It's Father Dale. I send you Merry Christmas greetings. I hope you each had a great Christmas. You celebrated it up, and I hope that you got some interesting things for Christmas, and I especially hope that you kept in your hearts and your minds God's love for you, and that you shared that love with those around you, even with your families, because I know sometimes that can be a little challenging, my friends. I am sitting here in my living room today because I took today off and rested. But I wanted to mention to you, not everybody always knows that, of course, Christmas is a feast that has 12 days. So, you know that song, The 12 Days of Christmas. That count starts on December 25th. So today is the second day of Christmas. 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree, as the song says, my true love gave to me. And not only is it the second day of Christmas, but right after Christmas, there are 3 major feast days. Today is the feast of Saint Stephen, who we hear about in the book of the Acts of the Apostles, the Acts it's called, and it's in chapter 7 and 8 that we read about Saint Stephen, who was a deacon. It's an ordained person whose vows and his vocation were to serve those who were poor and to make sure that the church's wealth and resources were distributed to those in need. And he was also, he is considered the first martyr for the Christian faith. He was stoned to death by a group of people who were upset with him because of his witness and his relationship to Jesus Christ. Tomorrow is another major feast day, which is the feast of Saint John, the evangelist and apostle, the one who is credited with having written the gospel according to John. We don't know if that is actually the case or not, but he is credited with that, and we know that John was one who was beloved of Jesus, and that he did not end up being martyred, although they did try a couple times to kill him, according to how the story goes. But John ended up living out a relatively long life. And then the third of the feast days is a rather sad feast day, which is the Feast of the Holy Innocents. That is December 26th, 27th, 28th, the Feast of the Holy Innocents, which is a celebration of the infants and children who King Herod, in his anger and in his sense of worry about having heard that Jesus was come as Messiah and King, he tried to kill Jesus off because at that point in time Jesus was an infant, and he tried to kill Jesus off, and he did that with slaughtering a whole bunch of other infants as well. So they are remembered as early saints, the Feast of the Holy Innocents. So, in case you didn't know, not only is today the second day of Christmas, and tomorrow the third day, and then the 28th, the fourth day of Christmas, but today is also the Feast of St. Stephen. So I wanted to share that with you and to remind you of those parts of our holy story, because of course we all at Christmas time remember the holy story of Jesus being born in the manger, and the shepherds and the angels, and then of course the wise men come along later. If you know how the story actually is, the wise men come along much later, when Jesus has gone home and is with his family at home. But then also we have in there the day that Jesus would be named, which we celebrate as a major feast on the 1st of January, 8 days after Christmas. So there's lots of feast days, there's lots of holidays that are part of this year, and are part of this time of the year and the Christian calendar, the church's calendar. Saint Stephen, Saint John, the Holy Innocents, the Holy Name of Jesus, and of course, yesterday was that beautiful day, Christmas Day. Blessings, my friends. I hope to see you soon.